clear aside all of the things that you've been told that you are by other people, like that's what's blocking your throat. Clear all of that aside, because there is one thing that you are, and you know who that is. And you can see it's so emotional to just have this experience with a freaking tree. Hello, creative soul. If you want to impact the world with your writing, or even heal the world with your writing, then I want to talk to you today about the importance of doing your own healing work. And there's two reasons for this, which I'm going to really detail in this video. I'm also going to be diving into the jungle to do my own healing work, to really give you an example of what it's like to go within and heal yourself. I'm really looking forward to today. The first reason that it's really important to do that healing work, if you want to impact the world with your writing, is because you might be allowing unconscious pain into your writing, but you're not aware of it. And what that's going to mean is that people are not going to enjoy your writing, or people are going to reject your writing because of that unconscious pain that's in the words or in the story or in the language. The other reason that it's so important to do your healing work first before you can heal the world and heal others with your words is because you might be what's called a light worker. So light workers are creative souls who are really called to serve others or heal others. But what's really important for a light worker is that they heal themselves first. We can be so driven to want to heal other people, but if we've still got wounds within us, or we've still got aspects of our past that really hurt us, that's going to prevent us from having a positive impact on others. So we're going to want to have that impact, but unless we really go deep and heal those wounds within us, we're not then going to be able to have that really beautiful positive ripple effect on the world around us. So today I'm here in the jungle and I've got something very specific that I want to heal in myself, and we're going to do my very favourite piece of work, which is go to a tree in order to find answers. So I'm really excited to take you on my journey through the jungle. When it comes to the importance of healing, there are so many different techniques that you can use to really embark on your own healing journey. So for example, there have been times where I've worked with practitioners, I've worked with life coaches, I've worked with shamanic practitioners, I've worked with neuro-linguistic programmers, all of which has inspired me to then want to train and become those practitioners, which for me I think is the beauty of when you do your healing work. You're so moved by the modality that enabled you to release or unblock that often you do then want to train in that modality. So that's one way that you can do your healing work, but there's lots of other ways that you can do it just within yourself. So for example, journaling for me is such a beautiful way of creating an inner healing experience. So I do a lot of intentional journaling. We'll pop links below. There's plenty of videos on this channel which will really give you an experience of how you can do intentional journaling. Again, specifically, you might really think about ways that you can rewire your brain. That's another really beautiful way to bring about healing in the mind and in the body. Again, there's videos on that, so I'll drop videos below that you can watch after you finish this vlog. There's also movement. I do a lot of ecstatic dance, like even walking, I find, like just having got to this place in the jungle, just walking with an intention to heal and being in nature can be hugely restorative. So ecstatic dance, yoga, breath work can be very healing. So there's lots of different modalities, there's lots of different ways that you can do your own healing, and there's many that I haven't even mentioned on this video. But today what I'm going to be doing is something very specific in my practice as as I'm really stepping into my truth as a tree goddess, what I'm really understanding is that when I'm still within, when I open up my heart, when I open up my energy field and I'm with connection, or I've set an intention to connect with a tree, what I'm receiving is deep wisdom. And this wisdom doesn't come in the form of words. It sometimes may drop in a word or two, but usually this wisdom comes either through a vision, I just see it in my mind's eye. Most profoundly, the healing that I've been experiencing with trees comes as a feeling that just enters into my body, and that feeling just creates a total change in attitude. It brings about a totally new perspective. So that's the healing that I'm going to be giving you a glimpse of. I love this walk through the jungle. I've done this walk a few times. I've come to this, I used to live in this spot in Mexico around about 18 years ago, so it's really beautiful to come back to the jungle. So what I'm doing is I'm heading up right to the top of the hillside where I've been living, and you'll see when we get to the top there's a very beautiful statue of quite a famous spiritual teacher, so you'll get to see who that is. And then there's this really beautiful platform with an amazing view over the jungle, and there's a tree growing there that is really calling to me. And like I mentioned, there's been something going on in my throat, in my throat chakra, in my morning meditation. So I've been doing ecstatic dance and around about a 45-minute meditation as I've been out here in Mexico for the last few weeks. I've noticed I've been getting this beautiful energy that's coming up through my body, and it's filling my body, but then it's stopping around about here in my throat. And what I have a feeling is this energy wants to continue and like really fly out of my head. So there's some kind of blockage that's going on here at the moment. So I've come to the tree to really inquire what that blockage might be, to get some insight into what I might be holding here, and to get some sense of release and some sense of healing. So I've been looking forward to what this experience might bring, and super privileged and thrilled to be able to share that experience with you. So let's go find out what's going to happen. This is a really lovely spot I have found, and I'm just going to sit here for a moment and set my intention. So this is what we want to do before we really begin any kind of healing work. We set our intention for the process. Now, sometimes that intention could look like, I intend to do some healing work. So you might not know what that is, or I intend to release that which is holding me back, but you might have more of a specific idea about what that is. So what I'm really going to do here is just sit and really define this experience that I'm having with my throat, and just talk about my intention to release any blockages here, but also my intention to receive wisdom or insight as to what's been holding me back and how I can move forward. So really just to give you a glimpse about the fact that you want to set your intention before you do that healing work. And then after I've set my intention, I'm going to go down further into the jungle where the tree is, and you'll see there's a lovely platform there, and then I'll begin my healing work. What a beautiful experience. A couple of things came in, and I've got something that I'm going to do, which I'll do after I share this with you. So when I was with the tree, firstly, I noticed some real fear because I saw a couple of lizards, and it was really holding me back from just being as close to the tree as I wanted. So I knew that there was some fear involved in the healing. I knew there was something fearful around here in my throat. The tree's got this main trunk, but it's also got this bit growing out of the trunk down into the ground, and I knew that that was relevant in some way. So I was asking the tree, what's growing out of my throat that's mirroring the branch of yours that's growing into the ground. And I got this real clear understanding that it's when I copy other people. So rather than use my voice, I imitate others, or I try to fit in and do what others are doing. And when I really lent into that experience and I fully understood that yes, I do that, I have done that, I began to really understand, and this was so beautiful, that as I was growing up, I was told by others, I was told who I was by other people. I was told that I'm a performer, or that I'm academic, or that I'm bolshy, or that I'm moody, or that I'm a good girl. All of these things I was just hearing in my mind, all of the things that I've been told by other people that I am. And because some of them I felt were right, I lost this ability to know who I am myself, and that's when I really felt this emotion. And the tree, just this real sense of the tree being like, you know who you are, like clear aside all of the things that you've been told that you are by other people, like that's what's blocking your throat. Clear all of that aside, because there is one thing that you are, and you know who that is. And you can see it's so emotional to just have this experience with a freaking tree where you feel so completely understood, you feel so completely at home, and you're being told by the one thing that you trust in the world that you know who you are. And it was unbelievably healing. And the tree was like, you know what you have to do, right? You have to shout that to the jungle. You have to announce it, like that's your healing. That's what's going to unblock you. So I just had this vision of me standing at the edge of the platform doing what I'm about to do now. That feels so good. It's like this thing that I've always been. I'm seeing it, I'm acknowledging it, I'm allowing it within myself. And weirdly, like it feels hard to yell it as loud as I want to yell it. But it feels so good. I'm a tree goddess! I am a tree goddess! Woo! So there we go, my beautiful friend, my beautiful creative soul. If you too want to make an impact, if you too want to heal the world, my friend, do not overlook your own inner healing, because it is the only way that you are going to find your voice and get your words out there and be received, and really tune into your own inner power deeply enough that you are then going to be in a position to give that light and that energy and that power to other people. It's been such an honor to share today's experience with you. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I felt that it was going to be pretty powerful. If anything has resonated with you today, please understand that this is a safe space. You can connect with me in the comments below. And if you feel that you want that deeper connection with me, you can always come over and find me in my private community. If you too want support to do that deep healing work so that you too can shout your voice to the world. So much love to you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. It's definitely male energy that I'm getting from this tree, but he was like, do you know how many people I have seen here? Do you know how many people I have seen not being themselves? Like, don't be another one of those people. Like, just absolutely begging me, like almost like the frustration of the tree. Like, do you know how many people are just being who they are told to be? And you know who you are. Like most people in that situation, they might not be who they're meant to be because they don't know who they are. But the tree was like, you fucking know who you are, so be it. Thank you, my friend. Oh, thank you. Mwah. See you soon. Wow.